Hello, it's Dave from DTM Heat and Plumb. Just thought I'd give everyone a bit of a lowdown on a fault I get quite often. Basically, people will call me with the heating coming on with the hot water. A lot of the time people will think it's down to a faulty programmer or even a thermostat, because they're turning the thermostat down as much as they can. The heating's off on the timer, but still the heating's coming on whenever the hot water coming on. Most of the time, there's a few things that cause this, but most of the time it's down to a faulty 3-port valve. Basically what a 3-port valve does is divert the hot water from the boiler round to either the heating or the hot water. And how these work is there's a little actuator on the top that when your heating comes on and the timer asks for heat and the thermostat's turned up, this will motor over, open up the waterways and let the hot water go round the radiators. When the hot water's on and the heating's off, this will spring closed, shut off the heating side, and then water will only be allowed to circulate around the hot water coil. Nothing should pass down this way. But what quite often happens is either this motor on the top breaks, like on this one, the spring's not too great and it relies on that spring pressure to shut the feed down to the heating. And what happens is the little paddle inside there, a little ball actually on this, which blocks off the heating flow, doesn't quite shut all the way back. So when the hot water's coming on from the boiler and going round the hot water cylinder, some of it is also managing to circulate around the radiator system. The other thing that can happen is these can sometimes stick on, so they'll jam on in the open position for heating, and we'll get a call saying, oh, it's cooking in here, you know, really hot, we can't turn it off. And the only way to get the system to stop running is to turn it off on the fuse spare on the isolator. That's it really. It's a fairly simple fault. It can lead to a bit of a tin of worms, because if we need to replace this bit under here, the system needs draining down. So draining down in its own right can cause other problems. Also, you have to be very careful when I'm doing things like this, because quite often this side here, the hot water side, will feed onto the hot water tank pretty close to it, and if you pull that pipe around or swing on the nut too much, you can actually cause a leak on the main tank, which is not good. Anyway, so I just wanted to give a bit of a video, just because it is a common question and it's a common fault, and quite often people don't understand why the radiators are coming on. They'll give you a bit of a strange look when you say you don't think it's the valve or the heating thermostat. Okay guys, thanks for taking the time to watch this video. Take care, bye bye.